Hello, my dear podcaster watcher. Thanks for downloading this week's podcast on why every sales professional must urgently capitalize on a purchase's buying stages to secure outstanding sales. You will be glad you just did. This I promise you. Before saying another word, may I introduce myself as Madam Sophia, an AI developed by CTM Joseph SFNG. He is an expert in e-sales and e-marketing for all types of sales and marketing jobs. More of his biodata and organization is shown at the end of this podcast. Alright. To jumpstart this video, can I begin with a searching question? Are you tired of spending hours trying to optimize your sales performance, only to feel more confused than ever? Believe me, you are not alone. Really, many salespeople struggle with achieving their sales targets from month to month, and even year to year. That is why we offer you an ironclad plan that you can capitalize on the purchase's buying stages to get excellent results. Period. Believe me, the buying process, also known as the buyer's journey. It consists of several distinct steps that buyer go through when making a purchasing decision. Understanding these steps can help sales professionals tailor their approach and provide the right information and support at each stage. Believable? You bet it is. In my personal hands-on experiences and studies, here are the 4 typical steps in the buying process of a purchaser. The first stage is, of course, 1. Awareness stage. At this stage there are 2 areas you must look at, that is the recognition of need. As you may know, the buyer identifies a need or problem that requires a solution. This could be triggered by internal factors, example a desire for improvement, or external factors, e.g., an advertisement or recommendation. The other area is research and discovery. Again, the buyer begins to research and gather information about potential solutions. They may use search engines, social media, reviews, and recommendations to learn more about available options. Needless to say, the next stage is 2. Consideration stage. Make no mistake, there are 2 areas you must see in this stage. It is the area of evaluation of options. Do not be surprised the buyer evaluates different products or services that could address their needs. They compare features, benefits, pricing, and reviews to determine which option aligns best with their requirements. Easy to follow? I think so. Other than the above is the next area of narrowing down choices. Listen up. Here the buyer shortlists a few options that meet their criteria and align with their preferences. They may seek additional information, demos, or consultations to make a more informed decision. Be mindful, you should consider the next stage seriously. Yes. It is none other than 3. Decision stage. This stage does encompass the final decision making. In all honesty, the buyer makes a final decision on which product or service to purchase. They consider factors like cost, value, quality, and trustworthiness before committing to a purchase. Apart from the above, the other consideration is the negotiation and purchase stage. To be clear, the buyer may engage in negotiations, seek discounts or incentives, and finalize the terms of the purchase. They may also decide on the timing of the purchase and the method of payment. The last but not the least is 4. Post-purchase stage. Again, at this stage there are 2 parts to consider. The first part is implementation and onboarding. At this regard, after the purchase, the buyer implements the product or service and begins using it. They may require onboarding, training, or support to ensure a smooth transition. In the second part it refers to evaluation and feedback. Likewise, the buyer assesses the product or service based on their experience and satisfaction. They may provide feedback, reviews, or recommendations that can influence future buying decisions. To conclude in a nutshell, bear in mind it is highly important for sales professionals to understand these buying steps, and then tailor their sales strategies to align with the buyer's journey. By providing relevant information, addressing needs, building trust, and offering support at each stage, sales professionals can guide potential customers through the buying process and ultimately drive successful sales outcomes. On this note, as said earlier, I will show you a short biodata of CTM Joseph NG, your e-sales coach, e-marketing e-consultant and e-books publisher. We hope you can fully discover his products, services, etc. for your needs. Additionally, the facilities are rendered without obligations whatsoever. Believable? You bet. Thank you for watching and reading up to the end of this podcast. May we wish you happy learning and applying the ideas shown above. Goodbye and may God bless you richly. Hope we can meet again in our next podcast. Fine with you. CTM Joseph NG, your podcast developer. He is a highly trained and qualified professional. He holds a professional degree in marketing and business administration. His organization is a specialized company providing sales and marketing services over the internet. He can be contacted at WhatsApp 60123 878 592 or email josephsingh@gmail.com.